Welcome back to Two Average Brothers and the Halo show. It's a thing. Whatever, let's get this over with. So before we get started, I just want to state that these are our opinions, my brother and I on the Halo series on Paramount+. If you're enjoying the show, then more power to you. Like what you like, and don't let us stop you. By now, we all know this show is in developmental hell since 2013, and to put it lightly, a lot changed. We reacted to the trailer, and just about everything we were worried about came to fruition. Then, for some reason, they made two of the dumbest decisions. They refused to use the games as source material, and they showed Chief's face!
Boo! You stink!
Think about this for a second. In Star Wars, the movies are the mainline canon, so whatever the books, TV shows, games, and etc. are supplemental to the movies. Halo was obviously mainly a video game series, so in that respect, the games are the mainline canon, and all else is supplemental to the games. When Bungie was making Halo Reach, they did it according to their vision, even if it meant contradicting the book. There's a ton of deviation outside of Bungie's canon that our fans and other writers have created. While we certainly had no interest in making a literal adaptation of the Fall of Reach book, we were cognizant of the event structure and the historical timeline within the book, and we wanted to play nice with it as much as we possibly could. Then when making the Halo show, this is what Kane had to say in an interview with Variety. "We didn't look at the game, we didn't talk about the game, we talked about the characters and the world, so I never felt limited by it being a game." Is this guy serious? You're making a Halo TV show adaptation, and you are not going to look at the games at all. They were created with cinematic intent. Have you seen the Halo short Landfall, you jackass? By May of 2011, the total gross of Halo merchandise was $2 billion, with 40 million copies of the game sold. I pulled these numbers specifically because that was the Bungie era. There is a ridiculous amount of success in that era. And then before people are like, oh, it's a different timeline, so don't worry about it. It's a slap in the face to longtime fans of the franchise. This show's a cheap cash grab because Halo's a popular IP. Now let's dig a little deeper into this dumpster fire. One glaring issue I'd like to point out is how the network has been treating YouTube reviews of the show, hence why I won't be using many clips of it. The Angry Joe Show posted a review of episode 2, trashing it, deservingly so, in my opinion. But then again, that's our opinion. We're entitled to it as you're entitled to disagree to it. Then the network went and put a copyright strike on his review of the episode, hence demonetizing him. They said something like one of the clips he used ran a few frames too long, something very nitpicky. The network has since gone back and redacted the copyright strike.
Hey guys, welcome back to our Halo, the TV series review for Paramount+, which has now been unblocked, and I have 2 copies of episode 2 now. They tried to copyright claim the first one. You guys, thanks to you, the Angry Army, we got it unblocked. I appreciate everybody who tweeted at them and sent them emails. They reversed their decision there.
Now let's get into episode 1. My brother and I had a hot mic on to record our live reactions, so I'll throw in some sound bites from it. One of the first thing we noticed is how stupid some of the characters' haircuts are.
Dude, what is up with this really bad haircut?
Yes. Yeah.
Why do they have
Yeah,
more?
shave it
You
here,
on
then
the
make it
side.
long in the back, and then just start cutting and give up.
That's making it. So is that a mullet?
I don't know what that is.
Business in the front, party in the back. It's a mullet.
Oh, yeah.
It's gotta be. Man, women with mullets, that looks bad. That's a bad look. It's a bad look for a dude, let alone I think it looks worse on the woman, though. Yeah.
The only part of the episode I really enjoyed was how brutal the Covenant attack was. It was a good job showcasing the threat that the Covenant poses to humanity. But even there are plenty of problems with the insurrectionists, and they all do the dumbest things possible. Quan wants to help fight, so she doesn't even bother grabbing an AK-47, because you need one 500 years in the future. All she does is crawl around, evade some elites, and somehow doesn't die.
Look, I'm not proud to share this, but the truth is I just kept crawling and it kept working.
All of the characters have the most over-the-top facial reactions, and Quan's dad apparently had his foot stuck under his Tacoma so he could show emotion, so there's forced drama in the show, and we can't already stand these characters, so who cares?
He barely looks stuck.
Wait, I thought...
The AK-47 isn't effective against Covenant technology, So of course he decides to charge an elite and he dies.
Why does he keep running at him?
So then Quan, of course, survives because she needs to be the main character. Chief finds a Forerunner object. He touches it and gets a vision of a dog and wants to defect from the UNSC. Good job calling that one, bro.
Oh my gosh, and if it gives him visions into the future, I can't do that.
Oh my god.
Oh, but if we go back in my review, did I say it's gonna give him visions? Oh my god, it's so freaking generic.
They then proceed to prove that they have no interest in the games by placing a human in the rank of the prophets? Come on.
I still don't like how they have been raised by the Covenant.
I thought that was a joke.
No.
Cool.
In the games, the Covenant wants to eradicate all of humanity. They would occasionally take humans prisoner because they could activate Forerunner technology since they're reclaimers. And then they shoehorn in a connection between Chief and Quan because of course Chief killed Quan's mother.
You know, we've actually met before today.
Oh, of course.
Then Chief removes his helmet for his first face reveal, breaking the cardinal rule of anything regarding Halo. Quan wants to kill Chief because she doesn't trust him, so Chief has the bright idea of giving Quan a clear shot by showing his face.
She wants to kill me, I'll give her a chance so I can FaceTime.
Is this Pedro Pascal?
No.
Who is this guy?
Pablo Schreiber.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, white dog.
He's a changed man. He saw a dog. This was so forced and unrewarding. They just ripped off the band-aid. They're like, hey, here's Chief's face. Good, now we can have Pablo running around the rest of the show without a helmet on. Then later in the episode, Miranda wants Quan to get the insurrectionists to rally behind the threat of the Covenant. Quan doesn't want to do this. She'd rather start a civil war with humanity. And Miranda, being a high-ranking official, gets super emotional and can't take a stern talking to from a civilian.
Why is she so scared of her?
That's what I'm saying.
Independence for
And
Metric.
why is she lying after seeing what the Covenant can do?
And you'll probably notice that they race-swapped Jacob and Miranda Keys and removed Sergeant Johnson. Now how are we supposed to know what the ladies like?
Oh, I know what the ladies like.
They took away all the value from showing Chief's face, which you should never do in Halo. If you're going to do it the right way. Look at The Mandalorian for inspiration. There is meaning each time Mando takes off his helmet to show his face. Episode ends in the dumbest way possible. The Pelican gets EMP'd, and Chief touches the shiny thing and deactivates everything and restarts the Pelican. Then he goes away happily ever after, and dear God, I do not want to watch this show anymore.
So this thing's basically just magic.
It's the Magic Conch shell. Magic Conch, what should we do?
Nothing.
Please tell me that's the end. Thank God, I'm going to bed.
Episode 1, 3 out of 10. I won't go into as much detail on episodes 2 and 3 because I barely watched 2 because it was so boring, then I stopped watching the show after that. Episode 2, Chief is surrounded by people who want him dead, so he walks around without his helmet on so we can see the inaccurate version of Chief's face that was depicted in the lore. There is a really dumb and embarrassing scene with a guy who is briefly captured by the Covenant, and the show has Chief act like he never would in the games. Then, still in episode 3, we learn whatever the fuck the human's name was who was captured by the Covenant's backstory. She's Garbage Goober.
Garbage Goober, get out here and eat this garbage. Trash. Yeah, I love trash. Yum, yum, trash. Hell yeah, I love that little guy.
She wants all of humanity dead because she had to pick up garbage. That's enough ranting about a cheap cash grab for TV. Again, if you like it, awesome for you. I truly wish I got the same enjoyment from this show, but I truly don't. The writing consistently falls flat, and the way they portray Chief is too far from the norm, and the drama is so far over the top and forced. Also, there's some really weird scenes like Master Cheeks and Halsey's lap assistant. From here on out, we won't be watching the show, even out of morbid curiosity. The first few episodes are filled with a lot of problems, and I don't have the patience for this. The writers don't care, and we don't care. Thanks for watching the video, and if you like the Halo show, let us know what you like about it in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing to the channel, and leave a like. We'll see you in the next one.